Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jackson now off the bootleg. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
On 3rd down, here's Edwards. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Here's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now Wilson on 1st down. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. From the 16, Wilson. And his throw here is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. Wilson going to throw for it. And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Jackson now. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Now Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Wilson to throw. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Pick there certainly would have been. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
That toss play right, we know it's one of the successful plays they have in their arsenal, and they showed you why there.
And remember, in order for it to be successful, because it's a little bit of a slower developing play, the line of scrimmage have to be kept, have to be held, so that the runner can get to the corner and turn it upfield.
2nd and 11 now.
54's Mike. Check.
Now Dobbins. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Play action. Now Jackson. Steps away to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now.
And he'll go down in the end zone. Down goes Wilson. It's a safety. So they go with the empty set, and that's the risk you run right there. Nobody was there to protect.
Well, you know how most offenses have audibles, and they've changed plays when they see certain sets. A lot of defenses do the exact same thing. You go to an empty back set, they bring pressure, and boy, did it pay off in this case.
This is taken around the 12. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Ravens are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 66 yards. And the Ravens can take the lead now if they hit the extra point.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Tucker with the extra point. And with it, his guys take the lead here by the point. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick. It heads straight out of bounds. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 40. Back to throw. Wilson. He hits his target, Lockett. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. On 1st down, Wilson. Going for it all. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett there to make the grab. And the Seahawks on just 2 plays have taken the lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. That'll go for a gain of 7 on their own side of the field. Close to the 50, but their own side of the field. They only needed a couple of inches, and they were able to get it done.
And it doesn't matter whether you're a zone blocking team, a man blocking team, gap blocking, whatever you want to call it. When it's in this situation, it's really man on man, isn't it? Who's going to win the battle? And right there, we saw it at the point of attack. Find enough yardage to pick up a 1st down. Give him credit for that one. Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. Slings it to Anderson, it's complete. The tight end has it. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half. On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And Tucker left that one out to the right. It's no good, off the mark, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Returning right back to Lockett. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Tavon Young. He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. So they had a good drive going, a chance to build on this first half lead, but now you kind of feel like we got a new ball game.
And you wonder what the discussion will be now at halftime, because I think we were headed towards 1. Now it's a different discussion altogether. One side optimistically, the other side wondering what could have been.
Tucker now to add the point after. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Wilson's throw caught here by Metcalf. And he's brought down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. To throw again is Wilson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Tyus Bowser in there to bury him. for a loss of 11. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Wilson. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. It's caught, Lockett. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big connection on that one, 35 yards. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack. After the sack on 1st down, Wilson, they'll run the screen with Carson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Justin Houston able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They'll try and run for it on 1st. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. They'll look to throw. That's caught at the 2. And he'll get into the end zone. That gives his guys an 8-point lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the 2nd half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the 1st half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And he'll have it pass mid. Back now in ball. Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. First down and more for Jackson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
An option handoff here to Dobbins. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Open man Watkins. Touchdown, Baltimore. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Ravens have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Jackson here is going to look to throw. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. And how about this decision? Tie game, 4th quarter. They want the ball back on the onside kick. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back into 32. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
Well, here's what happened with Brady. Sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. They go play action now. Wilson. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going forth. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Down, can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And that will force a turnover on downs. first down. Dobbins bulldozes past him, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Here's Jackson.
Rolling to his right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Big 3rd down. A field goal from this spot, 57 yards as they hope to move it a little closer.
Jackson.
Flush to his right. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it down.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Jackson.
Buying time to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. I'll tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing now is Wilson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Calais Campbell picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Wilson. And that's going to be caught, Dwayne Eskridge. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Here's Wilson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Justin Houston, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 40. Off the play fake. Jackson. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. First throw in overtime now for Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play calling.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Justin Houston, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. They go play action with Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, and it's intercepted.
It's Chuck Clark picking it off.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field.
Way to show up.
He will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.